Today we had another Weekly Warriors Den live stream. And this week there was a pretty long show, but we talked about a bunch already yesterday, so I'll be quick if I have to repeat things for those of you who didn't watch yesterday's video. Today they went over patch 2.10, which went live today, and had a few interesting things included. There are, of course, the stamina changes, the raider changes, a few bug fixes, a bunch of new colors added to the attacker and defender palettes, and a bit more. And you know what? If you watch these videos regularly, I'd appreciate it if you sub to the channel, as it really helps me out. As always, I'm going to be talking about what I found interesting from the stream, so let's not waste any more time and get right into it. Alright, so for those of you who haven't seen them yet, I'll leave a link to the patch notes in the description or pinned comment if you'd like to read them yourself. The quick rundown is that the stamina changes are now live. The big change being that once you go out of stamina, you'll no longer lose stamina for performing actions or getting hit by stamina draining attacks or bashes. Instead of your stamina draining when doing something that previously took stamina, your meter will pause for a short while. Raider received a few changes as well. First off, his dodge guard break was removed. He can still forward dodge guard break, but can no longer side or back dodge guard break. I think most of us saw this coming, as it was a really powerful tool. On top of that, his stunning tap had his damage brought down from 18 to 15, and the indicator on stunning tap has had its first 100 milliseconds removed, so that flicker no longer appears on the side dodge stunning tap. Two of his attacks have had their stamina draining properties tweaked as well. Stunning tap will now do 30 stamina damage rather than setting your opponent to 20, and the knee will do 40 stamina damage after the wall splat. A few other attacks have also had their stamina damage tweaked. Lawbringer's top heavy will do 50 stamina damage, the chain top heavy will do 60, and the top heavy finisher will do 80 stamina damage. Blind Justice and Light Riposte will now do 15 stamina damage. Valk's Sidelight Finisher will do 80 stamina damage, and when Warlord knocks someone into a wall during crashing charge, that'll do 60 stamina damage. Speaking of Warlord and Shaman have both had their throw distances reduced. When Steph was talking about it on the show, he basically mentioned that in Year 3 Season 3, or next season, we could be seeing something that explains why those changes went into play. I'll show you the clip so you can see what I mean.
Distances.
So any specific reason why you feel that these changes needed to be made?
So, I mean, some people might be a little confused as to why are we doing it right now. We're not under the illusion that suddenly Warlord is like God tier or anything like that, or that Shaman's like breaking the game. So what we want to do at some point, how am I going to say this?
Maybe we don't say it. Maybe we don't say it. But just maybe this is for something else, right?
Yeah, maybe it'll make a little more sense in Year 3, Season 3.
Okay. That's all we needed to say, right?
Okay.
Huh? A little tease?
No leaks. Luke is gone, right?
I'm not really sure what that means. It could mean that these heroes could have some sort of work coming to them in the upcoming season, or they could have some new fight change or gameplay mechanic that they plan on revealing soon. We really have no idea, so we're just going to have to wait and see what Yubi has in store for us, but I will take anything that makes Warlord a better hero. Next up, there were a few bug fixes. One of them do help out deflects. Basically, deflects will be a little easier to pull off, but with this, bashes and whatnot become a bit tougher to dodge again. They've also found an issue that affects revenge gain. They fixed one of these issues that cause your revenge to not gain while being attacked by more than one person, but they are aware that there are still a few more issues with revenge and plan on getting those fixed sometime with a global update that should roll around sometime in the future. And finally, there were a few customization changes, basically quality of life things. One being that we can place our emblems in a few more places. We're already starting to see how people are using this change with Nabushi's mask. And also, Yubi added a whole bunch of neutral colors to the attacker and defender palettes, which is nice. The more colors we can use, the better. I'm glad that they are really looking into these colors and moving them around, as there's a ton of really cool color combos in neutral, but once we get to the team colors, they were a bit limited. One thing I'd like to see one day though, is that once you have your hero hit max rep, Yubi allows you to create your own color swatch for that hero, and lets you use any of the colors in the game. I think that would be a really cool reward for maxing out a hero. Anyways, that's it for patch notes. So back to the stamina thing. This is something that I was worried about a few weeks ago when they first mentioned stamina changes. I said something along the lines of, I'm worried if these attacks will put you out of stamina or not, but I really wanted to wait and get my hands on it before I said anything else, as I wasn't sure what other changes would come into play along with these stamina changes. But now that we're here, it looks like Raider is really a stamina bully now. I haven't done any super hard testing or anything like that, but it looks like Raider can take 110 stamina from his opponents by doing a full carry, wall splat knee, and follow-up stunning tap, which is a lot of stamina. Almost all of the stamina for heroes like Warden, who have 120 stamina. I think the Stampede charge takes less stamina now, which is weird because I didn't see anything about it, but regardless, Raider can put people out of stamina pretty quickly. Not everyone is going to be at full stamina throughout a fight because, you know, they're fighting. So a few flashbangs and soft feints will still feel really dangerous despite the changes. Not to mention, he can swoop in on any unsuspecting opponent from behind and stampede charge them, hit them with the knee or throw them to the ground, and then hit them with the follow-up stunning tap to deal stamina damage that way. So I don't know, I'll just have to keep an eye on my stamina when fighting Raider and try to keep it above 110 so that I don't slip up and end up out of stamina. I'll just have to be more careful in general, I guess, not to get caught by a guard break after I've been fighting. I guess it's a really good thing that our stamina doesn't drain anymore after going out of stamina. I do like the out of stamina changes. It's sort of nice to be able to get out of stamina faster than before against heroes with faster bashes or attacks that used to set you back. It still feels sort of dangerous to go out of stamina though. It's just easier to get your stamina back now, which is a nice change in my book. Good news to my other 16 Valk mains out there. Feel free to rise up for a second and feel good, as we can put people out of stamina with our sidelight finishers if we were boxing with our opponent. It's not much, but it's something. I haven't used Lawbringer, Warlord, or Shaman just yet, as the update rolled out not too long ago, so I can't tell you much about them. And finally, for a few other updates, there's of course the new weekly arcade mission, and this week's sale is on signatures, you know, the little in-screen animations. Those have had their price slashed from 5,000 steel to 3,000 steel for this week, so check out your heroes and pick up one if you're interested. And that's about it. They talked about the emote contest where the community is trying to come up with the next emote by posting videos of themselves performing their created emotes. So if you're interested in that, you can participate. And they also talked about tournaments again, which is always interesting. Now, they didn't talk about what they were going to show off at E3, but they did hype us up a little bit by showing off previous trailers that were shown off in previous E3 events. And looking back at them, I really enjoyed that first reveal trailer the most, you know, back when they planned on allowing us to pick our own weapons and armors and whatnot for our own characters. I think there's a plume for Warden on a helmet in there as well. That trailer always gets me excited for Honor. I'm hoping that we see a new trailer at this year's E3. Anyways, it looks like we'll just be waiting for a few days. E3 is just around the corner, and I'm praying that they've got something really cool in store. I think they have a few streamers going down there, so maybe we'll see a gameplay event, but I'm hoping for a reveal of something. Anyways, that's all I've got for this video. Nothing too crazy this week. Rather than waiting another week for more info though, we're of course going to see what Ubi's got at E3. I'm pretty sure Ubi's conference is this upcoming Monday, June 10th, and it'll begin at 4 p.m. EST. And again, I'm really excited for it. I'm hoping that they don't play it too safe and just let something out, as they've been teasing things for the past couple of weeks, but haven't given us anything to really work off of or speculate off of. As usual though, I do want to hear what you guys think, so talk to me down in the comments about anything we talked about in this video. And as always, if you like the video, feel free to leave a like and sub if you're new, and I will talk to you guys in the next video.